And today we are gonna be focusing on desire. Well, not really desire. It's more like, okay, I'll tell you the story behind this one. So, once upon a time there was a beggar and he had a sort of magic bowl, you can say. But so anyway, he went to the king and he said, um and he said, um fill my bowl. If you fill my bowl, I'll grant you a wish. And so he was like, okay, sure, I'll fill your bowl. And he tried and tried and tried and tried, but he could never fill the bowl because it seemed like the beggar's bowl was some sort of a black hole, kept sucking up all of the riches, all of the life, all of the whatever he put into the bowl, it just disappeared, never to be seen again. And then the beggar and then the beggar told the king that often human desire is like this. Um, we it's not really human desire, it's more like we try to fill something we have no hopes of ever filling. It's like our own brand of black hole. Let's focus. Yes. Yeah, so our own brand of black hole. So anyway, so that's what this is about. So if you want to start manifesting things in the world, then it is a good idea to plug that black hole. If you have something that seems like it's just um, pulling everything into it, or maybe, you know, a sort of endless drain. So, how to plug that hole and actually feel like you're getting something into your hands, into your life. You know, get something that you can keep. So, I have channeled 4 different drawings, and they all represent a kind of drain. Okay, they all represent a kind of unending drain in your life that is actually sucking your manifestation power. This is number 2. That was number 1, obviously. This is 3. Please focus, my dear camera. Yeah. It's number 3. And this is 4. Alright. And just give me a second. Okay. It's trying to get the camera right, but doesn't want to pay attention to me. So, group 1. I just drew this. I haven't really spent time to look at the drawing and figure out what the meaning is behind this, but I'm sure I'll get it once I see the cards. Interesting cards. We have got Fortitude, Daughter of the Flaming Sword. So this makes me think that your drain in life is that you always have to fight for what you want. It's a huge freaking struggle and you keep having to fight. Okay, so this is like you, and this is your dream, your hopes and desires, and you feel like something's always pulling you back. Something's always got you by the tail, and you kind of have to really, really swim. You kind of have to really, really fly twice as hard as anyone else in order to actually get there. That is your story. That is your energetic drain. It is also, let me say, is also the reason why you're so strong. Okay? It's also a reason why you're so strong. And then we have soul retrieval. So this card is how you rise up from that. Okay? And interestingly, um, like I like I said, it feels like you're always being pulled back somehow. I think there is something in your past that you need to recover. And I think what you need to recover from your past is that carefree nature you once had. And I know everyone says that, your carefree nature is something that is lost once you let go of childhood and that's it. But no, I don't think it's as simple as that. I think you can definitely get that part of you back so that you don't have to pull so hard, you know. See, this is you, and probably this is the string, and behind all of this mess is that part of you that you wish you had with you. Soul retrieval. You really need to get that part of you back into your life. How do you do that? The universe has my back. It is as simple as this. So I don't know if you believe in a God or if you're just comfortable with the idea of universe. Maybe you're not even comfortable with that. Who knows? You are, after all, someone who thinks that life has always been a struggle and will always be a struggle. That's kind of your thing. But you need to stop making it your thing. Let me just put all of these up here so that my camera will stop focusing. Uh, yeah, much better. Okay, so hear this clearly, all right? You guys, your life has been a struggle, yes. There's no denying that, and I'm not saying that um, that was completely irrelevant or anything like that. I'm not dismissing it in any way. I am saying that that story, that dialogue doesn't have to be your dialogue anymore. You don't have to be someone who struggles anymore. It has given you a lot of strength. It has given you a lot of power. It has given you a lot of fortitude, right? You are the daughter of Flaming Sword. You are fierce beyond imagination. You are strong as hell. You are beautiful in your strength. And you are stable. You are really stable and reliable. In spite of all that fire, actually, because of all that fire. But the thing is, you don't have to be that way anymore. I mean, that strength will never leave you, it'll never stop being you. It's just that struggle part of your sense of identity, you can let that go, and you can invite your old self back, the part of you that was more carefree, more happy, more, full of joy. And I think what you need to do more than anything is put your trust in the universe or a higher power or God. Whatever calls out to you, you need to put your trust in that. Because in the past, probably you might have been religious or spiritual at one point, and now, okay, let me just put it this way, okay? Um, I used to be a devout Christian, and then I read too much of the Bible and I kind of got disillusioned, and then I was like, no, science is it for me. And now I've come back to this point where I'm reading tarot, I'm into the universe, I'm into, deities and goddesses, gods and goddesses. And so I have to call back that part of me that used to believe in God and make it strong again, because you know what? I was clueless as fuck back then, and I was really in a bad place in all areas. But then my faith in something bigger than me is what moved mountains, even though I couldn't see it back then. So, yeah, trust that the universe has your back, and it does. It definitely does. You have proven yourself, and you can you can reach your hopes and desires much more easily once you have trust. All right, so that is it for you. I hope you have a wonderful time manifesting your future. And this is number 2. So if you have picked number 2, then I'm sorry, there's a lot of noise in the background. I think my roommates are coming back. Hey, you guys, I'm doing a live reading. I'm doing live reading. Live reading. So, alright. So, everything came upside down. Hangman. Let me pick out another card and see what this is all about. So we have Hangman, and then we have the Moon, ruler of flux and reflux. Okay. Hi, Miss Switzerland. You are just in time for option 2. And it seems like this must be fate, because I saw 88 when you came on. So anyway, this reading is about parts of you that kind of act as a drain when you're trying to manifest something good into your life. And over here, it seems like, okay, so you've been this kind of person who believes that, the universe has its own way of doing things. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and there's nothing you can do but just sit and let it all happen to you. That, my friends, is your drain. Okay, so let's move on. We have Crow, and Crow is really, really important. It's really, really powerful. And what it's telling you is the way that you can rise from this. Hey, can you keep it? Just give me a second. I had to tell them again to keep it down. Anyway, so yeah. So how you can rise up from this feeling of, having no control over your life, this feeling of being like, oh, life has its own plan. I mean, you make your plans, and then, life shows up and tramples on everything, that kind of thing. So it's talking about the way you can actually get control of your life is through magic, which is so cool. This is actually your invitation to get into the occult. If you're not comfortable about the occult, then just think of simple manifestation. And this is your key. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. This is how you can manifest. This is how you can get in touch with the magic of manifestation in your life. This is how you can exert control. You are someone who's been really. You just started believing in magic? Oh, I can believe it. Oh, I can believe it. Okay. Because when you came on, the time was 8:08 p.m. So 8 is the number of fate. And it means that you were meant to be here and you were meant to hear exactly this. And it's pretty magical. It's pretty magical. So, so the thing about you is, um, your past has given you, has kind of trained you and conditioned you to be passive, to just let go of things, to be the one that always gives in, to be the one that is the more understanding one, to be the one that deals with what is given to you rather than the one that takes. Oops. So, if you're the sort of person that means you're very gentle, that means you're very considerate. You're not someone who would take more than they're supposed to from the planet. You know, most of our problems on the planet is happening because we have a lot of takers in the world. And these takers, they just take, and take. They don't know how to be in balance with the universe. They don't know about the stream of love. Okay? And people like you, there are two kinds of people. Okay? One is a kind that's really selfish. They have this kind of entitlement that everything belongs to them. Everything is, you know, everything in the world is there for their taking. That kind of entitlement. You don't have that. But then how does a person like you manifest things? Through love. And I think that you're the kind of person who is drawn into relationships like as if it's magic, and the love that you feel in these relationships leads you to more and more magic. I mean, even if the person was toxic, they would probably leave you with something amazing that you could learn from. Okay. So let me get back to this drawing. So this drawing is kind of how you see your heart. You kind of draw from yourself again and again. You give out and you give out and you give out, and it's kind of painful for you. And then, see, the thing is, I drew this first and then I drew this second. So it's like a heart piercing into a heart. And there are all of this hardness to it. And there's an eye over here, which implies that consciousness, your sense of identity, is lying here. But where you should actually be is up here. So this makes me think that there is also a part of you that is like I said, you've always been the one that's giving to other people, and you kind of want other people to give to you. So, how that looks in a drawing is your heart is making a needle and trying to pierce another heart to get what it wants from them. Even though you try not to be that person, right? Your consciousness is right up here. That is what you end up doing. This kind of reminds me of the narcissistic empath relationship. And although the narcissist is the bad guy in the relationship, the empath is also at fault. And the empath kind of does the same thing, but in a sort of flipped opposite way. So, anyway, the point is to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, to stop looking for love outside, but give yourself love in whatever way possible. And that is where the magic happens. You need to be able to fall into that stream of love, that kind of sweet spot, whenever you're thinking of manifesting something for yourself. Yeah, that is about it for you guys. So, you guys, you're very loving people, okay? Make no mistake, you're very loving people. And so, when you actually use magic, you are someone who does not take more than you have to. And you are someone who is always in line with the cosmos, in flow with the universe. And and so even if you do end up hurting people in the process, it's not like you did it on purpose or anything like that. So I think the lesson here is to stop being the one that always gives in, or stop being so passive with life and start actively using magic, using love based magic to get what you want from life. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3. Looks sad, I know, but let's see. We have 3 of Pentacles, working with others, lot of material work, okay? And we have the Child, that's how you rise up from it. And then we have, recognize that I've chosen love, I've chosen fear, and I choose again, I choose love, and I think I've surrendered more. Okay, interesting. You're a hard worker. Off the bat, I'm getting that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into what you need to do, what you want to do, and you're maybe even a workaholic, because I feel like maybe there's disappointments in love, maybe there is, disappointments in other areas that you're kind of blocking by just focusing on work. Like, work has become your wall, your defense against the heartbreak in the world. How you rise from this is by connecting to your inner child. You need to connect to that innocence in you, that vulnerability in you. You need to cry. You need to, yeah, be a child again. Let loose, be free. Um, your idea of working hard, working with other people. Um, oh, there's another thing. I think you're scared of being alone also. That's another thing. It's affecting your work area. So the real thing is that you're scared of being alone, right? And because of that, you are working in a company instead of going off on your own and doing something on your own. You can completely be on your own. Okay, you have that power. You are a workaholic. You think you need other people to make it work, but no, you're just afraid of being alone. And that manifests in so many ways. That manifests in you being all workaholic so that you can avoid other problems. That manifests in you wanting to work with other people so that you don't have to be alone. This alone stuff is really spilling over, whether you realize it or not. You really need to connect to your inner child. That is how things get better. And how do you do that? You use this. I recognize that I've chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. Fear of being alone, fear of doing things on your own, fear of whatever it is, fear of heartbreak, all of that. You need to realize that it's fear that's talking, that is making the child in you cower instead of making the child in you, dance with joy, go out and explore. When your inner child is really flourishing, you know it when you are, breaking your own boundaries, when you're exploring, when you're like going, what is this? What is that? When you do not care for the tried and tested ways of doing things, and instead you are free to explore and um, just grow and play. Most importantly, play with anything and everything. So recognize that you've chosen fear and choose again. Choose love and surrender to a higher power. And if you think you have surrendered already, well, you can surrender some more. Surrender to love, surrender to God, surrender to the universe, surrender to whatever you can place your faith in. But definitely surrender to love instead of fear. Definitely. Alright, so this is how your drain is that you're afraid of being alone. But you are someone who can actually thrive that way. And you are someone who can learn to play that way, in fact. And you are someone who, well, you have a lot of work to do. You need to recognize your fear, you need to let go of that, you need to choose love. Try to surround yourself with as much as love as you can. Music really helps in that degree. And surrender. Stop trying to control things. Stop trying to use work to block you from facing your own emotions. Surrender to your emotions. You have a lot of work to do. I wish you the best. So, finally, number three. This is kind of complicated. I don't know what this is about, but let us see. Okay, so we have, what is this? Wheel of Fortune, the forces of life, and it came up upside down. So you guys think of yourself as unlucky? Gosh, I hope not, but it looks like it. And then we have Earthkeeper. My. And then, okay, we'll get to it. So first of all, you think that you are unlucky. Probably you never had much luck. And I think it has to do with love. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, it suddenly looks like it looks like a boat, and you're kind of a romantic. Okay, maybe you're an artist or something, but you're kind of going through life and you're thinking, oh, this is me, lonely. I walk this lonely road. No, no, no. You know, that's kind of you, and you have a lot of love that you want to give, that you want to experience, and everything. But you're thinking, that's not for me. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You know, that sort of thing. So, um, I hate to be all dramatic, but you're the ones thinking that you're all unlucky. And I know that comes from a real place. I mean, I know that you've been through a lot and things haven't been all that great for you. And you're just thinking, oh, maybe that's just me. And you've come to a place where you've kind of accepted it. It doesn't make you happy, but you've accepted it, and you're like, love's not for me, dreams not for me. Maybe I'll write about them. Maybe I'll sing a song about it. But yeah, so so that's how you guys are, but you can rise up from it. You guys, when you rise up from it, you are the earth keeper. And damn, this looks trippy. So the earth keeper is about not only protecting you but protecting others. So you are sort of a protector, okay? You know the loss and pain that's out in the world, and you are someone who tries to protect others from it. And there are different ways that you can do this. There are different ways that you can nurture and protect and love the earth. And um, different people do it differently, okay? So you could be probably writing a book that makes people feel really inspired, and it connects to them in a certain way. You probably write a book or a song that can help raise consciousness. Maybe you're even someone who is uh, very nurturing and loving as a person, and but the thing is, you need to start with yourself. You need to take care of your body. You need to make sure that you exercise well. You need to eat right. You need to nourish yourself, and then you can nourish other people. And that's when you feel really fulfilled. That's when you start to really shine. That's when you go like, whoa, I am not just this. lonely person with melodramatic, romantic stuff. You're more than that. You're an earth keeper. And your affirmation is, when I am in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. So it means that you just need to. So it means that you just need to. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted. So it means that you just need to be in alignment with love. What does that mean? It means just that you need to take care of your body, you need to take care of how you eat, what you do. Um, just basically nourish yourself. Give yourself a lot of love. Give uh, your body a lot of love, the people around you as well. And when you're in alignment with that love, no matter what comes by, all the troubles in life, it does not disrupt you. Because right now it seems that you have quite a powerful belief about things not working out for you, you being unlucky in some way. So that force is still going to be active for a little while, even if you change. So you're still going to get some stuff coming at you. But as long as you stay in alignment with love, it's just going to feel like ripples, and it's going to pass. It's just going to feel like, a wave that came and left. You are stronger than this. You are people that are meant to build families. Earthkeeper is a very family, community oriented person. Okay? So I hope this made sense to you. Happy manifesting. Okay? Bye bye. Have a nice week. Ta ta.